Welcome to Storytime with Sugar. Today we're reading Elinor and Violet, the story of two naughty chickens. Elinor was just a little bit naughty. She wrote on the walls, but in tiny, tiny letters where no one could see it. She took her sister's things and hid them in her room, but only their not-so-special things. She talked back to her mother, but not out loud. Sometimes she sang bad words softly under her breath in the bathroom. Although she tried to be good some of the time, she kind of liked being naughty. One day, Elinor took her babies for a walk and met a little girl who had come to stay with her grandmother. Her name was Violet, and she was very naughty. She wrote on the walls with her special indelible markers. She talked back to everyone. She sang bad words very loudly while walking down the street. "She's even naughtier than Elinor," said Elinor's sisters. "We don't like her." "I do," said Elinor. Violet and Elinor played together every day that week. They thought of many naughty things to do, like leaving the water running in the bathtub to see how long it would take to run out the door. "You don't have to go when your mother calls you," Violet said. "Just don't answer." Elinor was impressed. She tried it. Elinor spent more and more time in the timeout corner. On Saturday, Violet's last day at her grandmother's house, Elinor's Aunt Lucy came to visit on her way home from her trip around the world. She was everyone's favorite, especially Elinor's. Aunt Lucy wore fabulous clothes, and she always took Elinor and her sisters out to tea and let them eat all the sandwiches and cakes they wanted. "Are we going out to tea?" Elinor asked. "Can my new friend Violet come with us, please, please, please?" "Yes, but we won't be going out for at least an hour." With that, Aunt Lucy disappeared into the kitchen to chat with Elinor's mother. "How about we pretend we're evil pirates and bury lots of treasure," Violet said, "and we'll pinky swear not to tell where it is." "Yes, yes," Elinor replied. They gathered up pieces of treasure and hid them in nooks and crannies all over the house. "Now we just need one more special treasure," said Violet, eyeing Aunt Lucy's purse. "Oh, no, I don't think that's such a good idea," said Elinor. "That belongs to Aunt Lucy, and we shouldn't touch it." "Pooh, pooh," said Violet, gathering up the purse. Elinor followed her quietly up the stairs. After hiding the treasure, the girls sang sea chanties and made Elinor's sister's dolls walk the plank. As the very last doll fell screaming into the ocean, they heard closet doors opening and shutting, and Aunt Lucy sang. After much banging and crashing, Aunt Lucy appeared in the doorway. "Has anyone seen my purse?" she asked. "We can't go out to tea until we find it. My car keys and money are in it." "No," said Elinor, not daring to look up. "Are you sure?" Aunt Lucy said. "It's filled with presents from my trip." Elinor looked at Violet. Violet wiggled her pinky at Elinor and whispered, "Pinky swear." Elinor's sisters scowled at them and at their dolls scattered all over the floor. "Now you've done it, Elinor," they said. "Now we can't go out to tea." Elinor did not know what to do. She looked from Aunt Lucy to Violet. She looked up and she looked down. Then she knew. "It's buried treasure," Elinor squeaked. We'll find it," she promised, and dragged Violet upstairs to look. When the girls brought the purse downstairs, Elinor's mother, Aunt Lucy, and Elinor's sisters were all waiting. Elinor just looked at Aunt Lucy and began to sob. "I'm sorry, Aunt Lucy," she said. "Me too," said Violet. "Oh, Elinor," Aunt Lucy said, "everyone's naughty sometimes. Once your mom and I put salt in the sugar bowl when our piano teacher was coming to visit. Now let's go out to tea." They all had a marvelous time eating little cakes with pink frosting and tiny spun sugar roses. Elinor was careful to sit up very straight and say please and thank you, and was only a little naughty at the very end when she slipped some sugar cubes into her pocket. Violet only blew bubbles in her tea once and did not take even one sugar cube. Later that day, Violet walked over to Elinor's house to say goodbye. She gave Elinor one of her special indelible markers and her address. "Guess what?" said Violet. "Next year, I'll be at Grandma's for the whole summer." Elinor hugged Violet goodbye and secretly slipped a sugar cube into her pocket. "Phew," said Elinor's mother as she tucked her into bed that night. "I must say I'm glad that's over." Elinor just smiled.